Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatim Uttama Shloke Bhaktira Bhavati Naishtaki. Hare Krishna. We are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 1st chapter, titled as Questions by Vidura, shloka number 27. Vidurji is talking to Uddhavji. Kaschita kurunam paramashuhano bhamasasthe sukhamangashauri Yauve swashurnam pitruvadadati varan vadanyo varatarpanena. Let's do it one more time. Kaschit kurunam paramashuharno bhamas asthe sukhamangashauri Yove svashruna pitravadadati varan vadanyo varatarpanena kaschit karunam paramashruhanno bhamas astre sukhamangashauri Yauve svashruna pitravadadati varan vadanyo varatarpanena. Translation. Vidurji is asking to Uddhavji, Hey Uddhavji, please tell me whether the best friend of Kurus, our brother-in-law Vasudev, is doing well. He is very munificent. He is like a father to his sisters and is always pleasing to his wife. So here Vidurji is inquiring further about all the family members' well-being. First he inquired about Lord Krishna. Yesterday in the shloka we heard that Vidurji is asking to Uddhavji, please tell me, Kaschit Purano Purusho Swabhavan Padmanuvartiha Kilavartino. How is our original personality of Godhead, Purano Purusho? Purano Purusho was the word used for Lord Krishna, who is the Adi Purush. So first inquired about how Krishna and Balram are doing. Now he is saying that Kaschit Kurunam Paramaha Suharata. So how is Krishna's father, Vasudeva, best friend of Kurus, our father-in-law, Vasudeva. Brother-in-law, Vasudeva, mistake. How my brother-in-law Vasudeva is doing, he is very munificent, he is like a father to his sisters and he is always pleasing to his wife. So here In purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, Lord Krishna's father, Vasudeva, had 16 wives, and one of them was named Pauravi or Rohini, who was the mother of Baldev. She was sister of Vidurji. Vasudeva therefore was the husband of Vidur's sister, and thus they were brothers-in-law. So this is something new information, that Rohini was sister of Vidurji. Vasudeva's sister Kunti was wife of Pandu, Vidur's elder brother. And in that sense also Vasudeva was brother-in-law. Kunti was younger than Vasudeva, and it was duty of elder brother to treat younger sister as daughter. Whenever anything was needed by Kunti, it was munificently delivered by Vasudeva. Due to his great love for his younger sister, Vasudeva never dissatisfied his wives, and at the same time he supplied the objects desired by his sisters. He had special attention for Kunti because she became widow at an early age. While inquiring about Vasudeva's welfare, Vidur remembered all about him and the family relationship. So here we can see that how all the family members of Krishna are related with each other. So Krishna's father is related to Vidurji. They are like a family ties. So how they are related, that sambandha. So in bhakti also there is first sambandha, then abhidheya and prayojan. These are the three things. Sambandha is relationship. Abhidheya is the process, and prayojan is the ultimate destination. So sambandha is very important. How is your sambandha with Lord Krishna? So like Arjuna's sambandha with Krishna is as a friend and as a cousin brother. He's Buaji. Buaji is brother's sister, Kunti. So Vasudeva, his sister is Kunti. And Vasudeva is father of Krishna, and Kunti's son is Arjuna. Similarly, Vasudeva's sister is Kunti, and Kunti is married to Pandu, and Pandu is brother of Vidurji. So that is how they are related. So we can see that all there is family ties, and they are closely related to each other. So he is inquiring. First he inquired about Lord Krishna, then Balram. Next he is inquiring about Vasudeva. He is saying that how is Vasudeva doing, who is the brother-in-law of Vidurji, because Uddhavji knows everybody very well. So he's saying, is everybody happy? Everybody doing well? Why? Because he has just heard that all the Yadu dynasty is destroyed. So he was a little worried about it. So he is particularly asking about everybody. And here it is mentioned that Vasudevji, Krishna's father. So there are two words. One is Vasudeva and second is Vasudeva. Okay, the spelling is the same, Vasudeve, but how you pronounce in relationship with the word. So Vasudeva is who? Vasudeva is Krishna's father, and Vasudeva is Krishna. This is how it is. So we have to pronounce it very correctly. When we say Vasudeva, which means Krishna's father, and Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. When we say Vasudevaya, which is Krishna, and Vasudeva is Vasudevji, Krishna's father. Krishna's Vasudev's son is Vasudeva, but the spelling is the same actually. But then when you write in Sanskrit, it's Va, V-A, the V-double-A it should be, but anyway.
When Vasudeva was, when they were doing the battle of Kurukshetra and they were reciting, was he still Grahastha or did he go sannyasi?
Oh, Vasudev was Grahastha. He never went sannyasi.
Okay, later.
So Vasudev had 16 wives, and one of the wife also was, her name is Rohini, who is Baldev's brother, Baldevji's mother. She was also sister of Vidurji. So sister Vidurji was related in that way also, and Pandu was his brother. So Kunti was Vasudev's sister, like that. Now sorry.
Vidura was son-in-law and Vasudeva was son-in-law.
But they are related with each other as brother-in-law. Yeah. So Vasudevji, even though he had 16 wives and he had sisters also, it is not that Vasudeva had to just look after her wives. He had to look after her sister also. But then he loved her sister so much that he looked after them very well. In the previous ages, in Dwapar Yuga or even before, uh, there was multi-marriage thing was allowed. Here he says Vasudeva had 16 wives. Now at that time, they were allowed to have more than one wives because they could look after them very well. Nowadays, that thing is not allowed. You cannot have more than one wife.
Does Vasudeva have children?
Vasudeva? Yeah, Vasudeva had children.
Okay, yeah. I know they were all connected, but I've never got it organized.
Yeah. They had children. Yeah, there is somewhere there is a shloka there where there are names of all the children are there. Okay. So here we can see that while inquiring about Vasudev's welfare, Vidurji is remembering all about Lord Krishna. So Krishna and his devotees or his associates, they are all related with each other, and they when they come as a family. You know, when Lord Krishna comes from the spiritual world to material world, all the family members come with him. And when Krishna goes back, everybody goes back. So Krishna is very kind, he look after his family very well. And here one thing is mentioned that Vasudeva never dissatisfied his wives, at the same time supplied the objects desired by the sister. So this is a very balanced thing, you know, in the marriage life. Grihastha ashram, one has to look after every family member. It's a circus. You look after family, mother, wife, children, you know, so many things you have to look after. But Vasudeva was expert. Kansa was the brother-in-law, another brother-in-law of Vasudeva is Kansa. And here is the Vidurji. Vidurji is also brother-in-law and the Kansa is also brother-in-law because Devaki was married to Vasudeva. Right? So there is another way is Kansa. So there are two extremes. One is the devotee of Lord and another is the demon. That was Kansa, you know, like that. So, but still, that is pastime of Lord. So with that, we'll pause here, and then he further will inquire about. Oh, so there's brother-in-law is Kansa actually. Another.
Kunti was a queen, wasn't she?
Yeah, Mother Kunti is a queen because she is wife of Pandu. Yeah. Pandu was the king, so Queen Kunti, she became queen. But we usually know her as Mother Kunti rather than Queen Kunti because her relationship as a mother is more important for the devotees because
so
she.
Even when she became a widow, she stayed queen.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
she was not queen when they were sent to forest in exile. You know, Pandavas were sent to exile. At that time, Dhritarashtra took the kingdom as a working king. So then he became the king, and then Gandhari became the queen at that particular time. So there was a transition in between.
Krishna is father of Baldev, but he is Shesh, no Baldev.
Balram is a Shesha. Shesha. It's Ananta Shesha.
He is called Vasudeva.
Ananta Shesha.
Vasudeva. Yeah.
Oh, so there are expansions of Krishna. Those are expansions are different. So Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudev, and Shankarshan. So these are four expansions, primary expansions, and then from that there is a further expansion of that. So that is different. Those are different. Vasudev, like and then further.
Vasudeva and Devaki as the wife. No, Rohini as the wife.
Rohini is the wife of Lord.
Vasudeva also had Devaki as wife.
Yeah, he had 16 wives, as I said. It is said that Vasudeva had 16 wives. Krishna's father Vasudeva
Krishna's
had.
father was 16, mother was 16. Devaki last.
I don't know about that.
Rohini.
We don't know. We don't know the number wise.
Yeah, maybe yeah, because
It doesn't matter. What doesn't matter to us, number. What is that? It doesn't matter to us what number is she. As long as she is Krishna's mother, that is the highest number probably, rather than anything else, right? So,